Now what you want to do here, head straight back to Act 1 so you can pick up that skill point for opening up that zone early on. So speak to Bestel for that one. Right, now head back here. What you want to do is there is an NPC that you're going to have to save. So you just run through, there'll be a exclamation mark on your map for her. Oh no, there won't be, it's just her name. So kill this dude over here, the guard captain. Wait for her to untie her restraints, don't know why she couldn't do that sooner. And then you click on her, ignore what she has to say, and then make your way down to the town. Right, now what you want to do is ignore all the NPCs down there, and you just want to run straight into the next area, which is the slums. Right, once you're in the slums, pick a direction to run, because honestly it could be either direction, it changes all the time. And you want to make your way to the crematorium. Now, sewer grating over here, you don't have the keys, so you can ignore that for now, but you'll come back to it later. So there you go, I made it to the crematorium. Right, pick up your waypoint. There is another trial of ascendancy in this area, so remember to look for that one if you haven't done those yet. Right, that X over there, that is the woman that we're looking for. Good old Piety, we actually get to kill her. Although, spoiler alert, you don't, not yet. Alright, so you get to Piety, she's going to give you a little speech. Yes, you clap, applause, well done, and then you kill everyone. It's quite easy to kill as well. She does have a bit more health, but as you can see, got a lot of damage to her. Right, then she says enough of this, you can ignore her. Click on poor old Tolman here who's dead and take his bracelet to Clarissa in town. Right, so you give that to Clarissa.
What?
She's going to give you a key to the slums and you make your way over to the slums. Right, so you run through again and you want to go over there to that little exclamation mark. This area has 3 platinum busts that you'll have to try and find. And when you find those, you get a skill point as well. So the first one will be close to the beginning, not in this room, obviously. Yep, there it is. They tried to pull a sneaky on me. So here's the first one. So there'll be these little stashes. You click on those. There's one of the busts. Right, we can see an exclamation mark over there. So that's the next bust. Quite quick to find that one. The third one is a bit of a bitch to find. Sometimes will be at the bottom over here. Sometimes will be at the top. So you're kind of forced to go to the bottom. And luckily for me, there it is. Right, then you just make your way up to the top of the zone to get to the next area. Right, you come out the sewers and you get here to the marketplace. What you want to do is just run to the side, then you'll find like a long hallway of statues over here. You ignore them, even the boss, because you don't really care about him over there. There he is, Marseilles, and you just go back to town. Speak to Hagen and get your skill points for the 3 busts. Right, then go back to the marketplace and you want to head upwards to the next area. If you haven't done your Trials of Ascendancy yet, there's another one in the catacombs. If you see that little exclamation mark over there, do not, I repeat, do not click on it. It is a waste of time. It is a quest that you get nothing good from, so just completely ignore it. And there you go, Battlefront. Now level 25, so I can put on Prison Weave, which is also giving me a lot of damage. So at the moment my DPS is 1.3, put that on. Is now 1.7. Now in this zone, what you want to do is you want to run up and down a little bit. I say up and down, sort of like left and up, kind of. And there's the waypoint. Once you get to the waypoint, you want to go to the docks. Well, actually no, I lie. You want to pick this up first. Pick up the ribbon spool, then run down this way to the docks. Right, once you get to the docks, you want to try to find the quest item. So you just need to run around until you see an exclamation mark show up on your map. There's not really any way to tell where it's going to be, not to my knowledge, so you kind of just run around and hope you get lucky and find it soon. And there you go, there's your exclamation mark, so you want to click on that, pick up the thaumatic sulfite and go back to town. Right, from town you then go back to the battlefront, and you want to head this way, sort of to the left, right, and then you go here, Solaris Temple. There are 2 levels, so you just want to run straight through level 1, straight through level 2, and at the end there's an NPC that you'll have to talk to.
Never felt further from what I know and
just
love.
follow the carpets and go through the doors. Right, I've now reached the end of the zone. Speak to Diala. She'll give you an amulet, doesn't matter which one I'm taking.
You may believe me.
And then the Infernal Telk, which you take that, head back to the waypoint, and now you go back to the sewers. Right, you then go to the little exclamation mark over here, and you click on the Undying Butthole. Right, once you get into the zone, click on the waypoint and follow that direction. You don't need to go any other direction. There will be a boss that you can fight for a skill gem reward from the NPC. I don't really care about that, so I'm going to ignore it. Next on the skill tree, we're going to be heading over here to these damage nodes over here and those life nodes there. So now, Lunaris Temple, much like Solaris, there are 2 levels. You just follow the carpets and run through. Right, this area you sort of just like pick a direction, hope you're going in the right direction, because this is also an area that changes quite a lot. Usually if you find stairs like this, then you're going in the right direction. Right, then once you get to the end of the area, there'll be a bunch of monsters for you to blap, go through the portal, and you'll fight Piety. Piety's annoying because she has stages where she turns into different forms that do a lot of damage. Usually I just ignore the forms and run around. So, kill her, she doesn't teleport in the air, she teleported. And now she's probably transformed, has she? Where is she? There she is. Oh, she has to click on these blue things to transform, and luckily I killed that one before she went to it. So you pick up the key, and you head back to town to pick up a skill point. Speak to Grigor down here, this deformed man. And there you go.
Elsewhere.
Rude man.
Have fun.
Right, once you've got the key from Piety, we want to go back to the Ebony Barracks. From here, we run in this direction to get to the next zone. The Imperial Gardens. Now, in the Imperial Gardens, there is another Trial of Ascendancy. In fact, it is the last one before you can do your first labyrinth. So, if you need to do that once you get to the waypoint... Alright, so from the waypoint over here, you sort of run up in that direction, and the last trial is over there. You go up to the locked door and ascend the Scepter of God. Right, now, Scepter of God, much like the pyramid, just has stairs that you have to climb. So you just run through the area, climbing up the stairs till you get to the boss at the end. Right, there you go. Now we've reached the Scepter of God to the rooftop. Now we fight Dominus, the Act 3 boss. Normally I recommend about 800 life. I'm a bit squishy, but that's fine because I have enough damage to one-shot most of these dudes anyway. So first you kill these black gods here. There's a few unique ones. They do quite a bit of damage. As you can see, I'm running out of mana. Once you kill the black gods, you spawn some monsters. There'll be Orcus the Reaver, who's a real bastard. Oh no, there's Alel the Terrifying first. And then the Craze, and where's Orcus? There he is, the Reaver. Alright, now he comes down. What you'll do is attack him straight away. He does have a beam attack that he's probably going to use on me. He's going to stand still a bit. He's going to use Touch of God. Don't go near him when he does that. It will one-shot you. Right, he has his beam attack. And it looks like he's attacking my clone from my blink arrow, which is good. Now, in this stage, you want to stay near him because he'll spawn a barrier around you, and the rain makes you bleed. So you want to stay out of the rain. So just run around him. What I foresee happening is I'm going to run out of mana pretty quickly because I don't have any flask charges. So yeah, we'll just attack him, try to dodge his attacks if you can. See, now during this barrier, the rain is going to make you bleed, so don't go out into the rain. This is actually going by pretty slowly because I don't have any flask charges. And I actually died because of it, which is quite sad. But I'm just going to walk in and one-shot him. There you go. So, that's it. You then go through to the Aqueduct, which is the start of Act 4. So, that is part 1 of my in-depth leveling guide. Hope you enjoyed it. I will be uploading the next part sometime next week. This does take some time to record and edit. So yeah, look forward to the next part. I hope you enjoy this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.